many hours of sleep do you have as a student? 10 hours? 8 hours? Or maybe 3 for those who always completed their assignment at the 11th hour. How will you keep yourself energized on the day after the sleep-deprived nights? Most of us will get a sip of coffee from the cafeteria during the break, or just get a can of Nescafe from the self-vending machine. Some of us might just sneak out from the lecture hall with the excuses of visiting the bathroom and never return till it's almost the end of the class. Some of us who fail to keep ourselves awake might fall asleep in the lecture hall instead. Instead of creating all sorts of excuses to skip classes and upholding the risk of missing the silent quizzes, why not just have a short nap during lecture gaps to reboot ourselves? According to the basic rest activity cycle or the waking rest activity cycle, as shown on Ratio 8, first suggested in 1960 by psychologist Natalia Kleitman and his research assistant Eugene Arinsky, whom were widely recognized as pioneers in the field of sleep research. Human's brain can only focus for 90 to 120 minutes. After the period, a break around 20 minutes is needed to achieve high concentration again. Frankly to say, most of the classes were arranged one after another, and it's hardly for students to stay focused according to the cycle. As a student representative, I received several feedbacks from students regarding to this issue. The lecture hours are long, mostly 5 to 6 hours every day without gap in between. After 2 hours of lecture, they found out it's hard to keep concentrated anymore. They started to yawn, and some can't even keep their eyes open, especially those who burned midnight oil the day before. Sooner or later, they found out that they are demotivated to attend classes and started to skip classes by their own preference. Today, I'd like to talk about how power nap work well as a harmless natural stimulant to enhance productivity and concentration during classes. I'll begin by telling you how power nap jumpstart productivity. According to a research conducted in US, workplace napping has been proven to enhance production and reduce unnecessary human error. In this research, managing director of Deloitte Consulting Company had mentioned that his company has increased productivity due to a nap room. A study from Harvard University also indicated that any amount of sleep, even a short nap less than an hour, appears to improve our ability to process information and to teach. This is due to our brain uses sleep to restore overused brain circuits and consolidate the memories of actions and skills learned during the day. This has been proven further when geniuses like Albert Einstein insisted to have a power nap every day. In his full life, Einstein insisted to have a 10-hour sleep each night, added with daytime naps to help him think more clearly. Different from Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla was much more fewer. In his entire life, he slept for no more than a couple of hours each night. However, he replaced it with regular daytime naps which, as he said, recharge his batteries. With the support of scientific research and stories from great figures like them, I'm pretty sure that you will see why we need short naps. However, you might be asking, why can't we just consume caffeine like what we always did? Let me tell you. Although caffeine can stimulate our brain in a short time, it brings side effects like anxiety and high blood pressure as well. If we depend on caffeine to boost our energy, sooner or later, it will lead to addiction and psychological or physical withdrawal symptoms when they didn't consume it for a long time. To increase alertness, caffeine will block the effect of endorsine, a brain chemical that will make us feel tired, while trigger the release of adrenaline, the fight or flight hormone associated with increased energy. However, in the long term, this will lead to anxiety. As caffeine stimulates our nervous system, our blood pressure tends to raise as well. This might cause those who not used with it to become strongly uncomfortable. Naps, on the other hand, boost brain's learning capacity and improve alertness without side effects as caffeine does. Nap is a natural behavior. It doesn't cause us to be addicted. Nap create alertness by clear the brain's short-term memory stage and make room for new information. Compared to caffeine, which are not applicable to everyone as some of us are allergic of it, nap is applicable for everyone. You see, by just spending a 15 to 20 minutes, you achieve a better performance with this side effect. Now, let's look at what may happen if you don't make a change. Long learning hour causes students to feel sleepy and concentration distracted. As a student, I saw a lot of cases like this in my daily routine or neither myself experience it. Although I consume caffeine before class, sleep deprived from the night before still cause me to feel sleepy during the long learning hours when I must attend classes for 6 hours straight. I can't focus on class. Some of my classmates choose to skip the class as they think it's inefficient when they fall asleep in class. Some of my classmates choose to sneak out during classes with the reason of visiting the washroom. Instead, they just mingle around till it's almost the end of the class. By taking power naps, our short and long-term memory enables us to absorb lecturer better. I knew lecturers would like to pinpoint how long his students went to the washroom, and I knew lecturers whom will catch those who tried to sneak out during his classes outside the lecture hall, like what discipline teacher did back in high school. I understand that we are all in our 20s. We wanted to be treated like an adult. Instead of complaining lecturers for being harsh, why not we take the initiative to stay focused? As mentioned previously, power naps enhance short-term and long-term memory. When our memories are enhanced, of course we will perform better academically and achieve our goal. On the other hand, as our memory are being enhanced, our learning capability will increase and we get to involve more in extracurricular that equip us with soft skills. This makes us stand out from the ordinary graduates crowd during the employment recruitment. Aren't this killing two birds with one stone? As you can see, power naps bring a lot of benefits to us as students. It's also implemented by great figures like Albert Einstein who contribute a lot to our society. Unlike caffeine, which bring harm to human body, naps increase human mechanism and enable students to concentrate better during classes. Just invest a 15 to 20 minutes to recharge after a 3 to 4 hours lecture, and we get to increase our academic performance. Aren't it a good deal? As a university student, I believe that we are trying our best to gain more knowledge on what we are passionate in and secure ourselves with a job after graduation, especially when graduate unemployment is having an upward trend throughout these few years. Won't you take this initiative to make a small change that might be able to change your future? Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Thank you.